Hey, what's up guys? Airsoft Man 819 here again with another video. I haven't made any airsoft related videos in a while, so I figured I would make this video. Sorry about the top half of my head being cut off, but I just want to put more emphasis on the gun than my face, because I think you guys have seen my face enough already. So I'm going to start a new series here on my channel called Budget Airsoft, because airsoft is not my main hobby anymore, so I really don't invest a whole lot of money in my guns anymore. I just buy cheap guns just to plink around in the backyard. So I'm not going to be reviewing any $300 AEGs or anything like that, but I am going to be doing reviews on cheaper guns like this here. And this is, in my opinion, one of the definitive budget airsoft rifles, at least in the spring category. I really don't buy budget AEGs because they just break and they're just not worth the money. So if you're going to buy a budget airsoft rifle, you probably want to stick with spring rifles because they're reliable, cheap. You don't have to do anything to operate it. You don't have to worry about charging batteries. You don't have to worry about buying gas. You don't have to worry about things like that, or changing out gears or anything like that. It's just you buy it, load it up, and shoot it. So today's review is going to be on the Crosman R39. This is one of my personal favorites when it comes to airsoft rifles, and all of my friends love to use it. It's a really fun backyard war gun. It's not obviously going to be like a sniper rifle or anything like that. This is like a $40 gun, but it's actually pretty nice quality for what you pay. The fit and finish isn't really that great. It feels cheap. It's not very heavy. There is a few weights in it to keep it kind of heavy, but it still only weighs about 2.5 to 3 pounds. It's modeled after the Knights Armament PDW. The exterior is almost completely plastic. There's really no metal on the outside, except for some of the screws and some of the internal parts, and obviously the internal barrel. Does have a fully functioning folding stock. To release the stock from its folded position, you just lift up. There's a little hook right here on the side of the gun that latches into this piece on the stock, and it locks. And to unlock it, you just lift up and unfold the stock. There's a button that locks the stock open, so it will not close unless you press the button, which is here on the other side. The button is right here. You just press that in to fold your stock. It has flip-up iron sights on the top. These are actually pretty high-quality sights. They're made out of really thick fiber-reinforced polymer. They can take a few hits and they won't break. This sight's a little bit loose. You might want to do some work on it, maybe put a little bit of glue on it to make it stiffer, because it's kind of loose and it likes to fall down, but all you got to do is flip it back up. They're really high quality. You can remove them. There's a screw on either side where you can just completely take these sights off if you want to mount a red dot or some type of optic like that. But I'd recommend just leaving the iron sights on because this gun really isn't accurate enough for an optic anyways. The rear sight, you can adjust the size of the aperture by twisting the knob. So you can get a smaller aperture, medium aperture, or, well, this is the smallest aperture. This is the largest one. So you can change your aperture size depending on the range or your preference. This sight folds down. It has a little ball bearing in it to keep it from falling. Why they didn't do that with the front, I don't know, but this sight's loose, this one isn't. So you can also add your own iron sights if you want. If you have some better iron sights laying around, you can put those on. Has a full-length rail on the top. Has a smaller rail on either side of the grip if you want to mount lights or lasers. Has a rail on the bottom if you want to mount a foregrip or a flashlight. Has a fully functioning safety lever over here on the other side, similar to that of any M16 or AR-15. It's on fire right now, meaning that I can pull the trigger. You flip the lever around to safe, and you cannot pull it. The safety lever works really well. I've never had one of these break. I've owned quite a few of these guns, so I have a lot of experience with them. The safety is never an issue. It works well and prevents the gun from firing. The magazine release is a button similar to that of the AR-15 M16. It's only on one side, so it's not really too friendly for left-handed users, but you still can use it. So the magazine release is just this button right here. You press that, the mag drops right out, especially if the gun's well used. The magazines are the waffle style, kind of. They have these little lines on it, kind of mimicking the PDW. They're basically a mid-cap, high-cap hybrid. I call these reservoir mags. Basically, you have a large cache of ammo in the back of the magazine. You see you have a little door here to load in your BBs. You have a front portion here which actually feeds the BBs up into the gun. To fill the front portion of the magazine, you pull down the follower, lock it down, and you just shake BBs into the front portion, and when it's all the way full, you just unlock the follower. I do believe the front portion of these mags holds 18 rounds, so you have 18 in the front, 350 to 400 in the back, and I have 2 of these magazines, so I can carry roughly 800 rounds of ammunition, which is quite a bit for a spring rifle. You probably will not run out of ammo on the field with this gun. The magazines are kind of cheap. Let me get all the BBs out of it if I can. Okay, well, okay. So the magazines do have a weight in them. They feel decent quality. I mean, they're not the best, but they do fit in the gun well, and I've never had one break, so fits in the gun just like that. Like I said, it's drop free, so you can change pretty quick. The mag well is kind of flared out just a little bit, so the magazines go in a lot faster. You can change mags pretty quick. You have a hop-up slider right here where the chamber would normally be on a real PDW. Forward for more hop, back for less. With .2 gram ammunition, you want the hop all the way on. With .12, you want it off. This gun shoots both .12 and .2 gram ammunition fairly accurate. It's not very powerful, obviously, because it's a smaller, cheaper rifle. It shoots .12 gram ammunition somewhere around 260 feet per second, and it shoots .2s at around 210, 220. But with .2s, it's way more accurate. The range is actually pretty good. You could probably hit someone at about 100 feet pretty easily. I own 3 of these rifles, and my friends love them. They fight over them all the time. It's nice and light. It's really, really small. It's really, really easy to carry. You can also shoot it with the stock folded like this. You just wrap your hand around and grab the front of the stock, and you can shoot it just like this, or you can mount a foregrip up here. So overall, I would recommend this gun for anyone who wants a cheap budget airsoft rifle for the backyard. It's obviously not something a serious airsoft player would be interested in, but it's a nice quality rifle if you just want something cheap to play around with your friends. And that's pretty well the only purpose for this rifle. It's not really for CQB or field or anything like that. You don't want to walk onto an airsoft field with this. People will probably laugh at you. So this has been my quick review on the Crosman Stinger R39 budget airsoft rifle. There will be more videos in this series of budget airsoft guns. Guys, keep the comments civil, please. I don't want to hear people saying, well, that's a kid's gun or that's a toy. That's not an airsoft gun. I don't want to hear you guys say that, okay? This is strictly a video series for people who don't want to invest hundreds of dollars in their airsoft guns. So this has been my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos from the Airsoft Man 819 channel. I'll see you guys later.